Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a brand new video here from International Publishers Academy. So in today's videos guys, we're gonna talk about a very interesting and important theme about self-publishing. So no matter if you're trying to approach this business since scratch, or you're already a publisher, or you've been publishing for several time ago, just don't skip this video and watch it until the end, because the information that I'm gonna share with you, they're gonna make a huge difference for your actual or future business. All right. So I don't know if you guys already know about it, but me and Andrea, we have been doing this business since several years. So after it, we just decided to share our knowledge with all the Italian publishers or people that in fact that were about to start a brand new business from scratch. So we launched our path for self-publisher in Italy. Has been a very great success. We are very proud about all the results that we've been able to reach from other people. So the enthusiasm was so high that we just decided to do the same thing exactly also in America. So basically one of the questions that we've been asked multiple times since we are in here, actually more than in the Italian marketplace, we just noticed that many of you guys are still in doubt about this business somehow, so that's the reason why many people sometimes they're still asking questions like does it really worth it to make self-publishing in 2024 or 2025, no matter anyway, like in nowadays, is still like a profitable business? Should I start with self-publishing? Should I start with something else? Just give us the answer. So basically, first of all, I can just tell you that that's exactly the typical questions that we've been asked, or in general that we heard several times. I can guarantee you guys, every year in the past 5, 7, 8 years, there was every time a person or multiple person that were asking the same question. So when we were back in 2018, 19 and 20, at that same time, even people were still asking about this topic, okay? And at the same time, we can even say that it totally makes sense, because when anyone want to start a new business, of course, especially if it's his own first business, what's want to make sure the most is that the business that in trying to put all his mindset in, all his own resources and energies, is gonna be the right one. Okay, so that's, I'm gonna say it again, it totally makes sense. But the answers, guys, is totally yes. And more than that, what I can tell you is that the more we go on, so year after year, the chances for new buys to make the self-publishing business, to turn the self-publishing business in a real solid and a long-term business, it's consolidating year after year. Okay, so at the very beginning, when me and Andrea started this business, and we were talking about 6, 7, maybe 8 years ago, of course the business was a little bit easier in terms of structure. So the topic was not publishing super books with a lot of high quality requirements and everything like that, but was totally easier, so the theme was just about okay, I want to earn 2,000, 5,000, 10,000 a month, so I know that each book in a media is gonna produce me 200, 300 a book. So the more books I'm gonna publish, the quicker and easier I'm gonna reach my target. Okay, so of course this was worth it and work it several years ago, as I've been saying, but it's not something that is happening right now. Why? Because in 2024 and 2025, and the more we're gonna go on, the more the quality from every Amazon customer will rightly increase. Okay, so for certain aspects, doing self-publishing nowadays is becoming pretty much even easier than before, because for sure we gotta publish less books than all the books that we've been published years and years and years ago. Even though at the same time, Amazon, even though at the same time, we need to raise the standard of the few books that we publish, okay? So it's not even that uncommon nowadays to publish one book, two books, 4, 6 books, and make it worth them a lot. Ourselves in first person, for example, we achieved a lot of several results, huge results, by publishing very few books per account, because as I said before, the quality nowadays is everything that matters to the eye of the customer that is gonna buy your book, okay? So that's a very important and curious aspect at the same time. About practically, I mean, does it still worth it to make self-publishing nowadays? Again, it's worth it a lot, especially because self-publishing, rather than time ago, it's even able to become like a really much more sustainable business, because the more you follow the rules that Amazon asks you, of course, rightly to respect, the more you stay into the patterns that Amazon allowed you, and the more you're able to create a very long-lasting self-publishing business. Okay, so that's the second point. Something that, guys, several years ago was not existing was the chance potentially to flip your account. When we started several years ago, we were just making money with our own account, okay? So no matter if they were 2,000 a month, 10,000 a month, or 5,000 a month, usually the prospection of the average self-publisher at that time was just, let me try how good am I as a self-publishing, and the only way to measure his own skill was about measure it by the monthly net that every account or his own account was producing, okay? So something that instead has totally changed nowadays, since probably 6 months, 1 year, but seriously not more than that, is the real chance that every publisher, especially all those people that are starting this business from scratch at the very beginning, and most of that, I can guarantee you, they don't have like a lot of money, so they starting this business, of course, to be independent, to make money, but especially most of them, they do not have a lot of money. So there's not any other better and quick way to turn out a self-publishing account into an exit since the very beginning, that it could be 3 months, 6 months, or even 1 year. I mean, of course, the more you're gonna keep and increase the average monthly revenue with your account, the more is gonna acquire a much powerful value to the average customer. But basically, I can tell you guys that it's not even that difficult potentially to make up an account, publishing on it from scratch. They can be, again, 2 books, 4 books, 6 books. Find out the book or the multiple little books that are gonna produce you a lot of revenue. And then after 3 months, 4 months, as I said, you can just publish it on another platform that is able to, let's say, evaluate your Amazon account worth, and then you can just sell it. So even though still nowadays there are several people that are approaching this business just as a passive income, so they just want to publish, as they said, to earn monthly them own royalty at the end of the month. So similar as it is like a paycheck, even though it's not totally like a paycheck, okay? For many other people, this last year especially has turned in a totally cash cow. Because if you know how to do in a really right way this business, and instead of being focused on wanting to earn like a monthly royalty, but you want to increase your network as much as possible, you can just start a strategy in order to create a couple of accounts or 3-4 accounts in general, publish few books on each account, and after it, once they're gonna reach a valuable value for you, you can just sell it. You can just sell it. And there are people, me included, that we made a lot of money in this way, because at that point you don't even need to wait 6 months or 1 year at the end of the year to say, okay, let's see how was here has been. Okay, so I need to check the money and everything, but you can just raise up a lot of quantity of money right away from the evening to the morning. So it's really something that it's unbelievable, guys, because especially it's not even like a offline business. Okay, so you don't have basically any cost of it. You don't need to spend anything else rather than create the books and promoting them with the Amazon ads. Okay, and once you achieve the point to flip your account, trust me, it's gonna be the best feeling ever you ever tried, especially if you're a newbie in the business and in the online business. Okay, so that's really important, guys. Just made up your thoughts about what I have already said, but I can guarantee you that there's not any other satisfaction bigger than this for self-publishing than when you start to sell his own accounts. Okay, so that's really important.